Welcome back to more Guild Wars 2. We're supposed to cause some general havoc. Just wreak some mayhem in this Hemlock Coil area. But first, there's this little node over here we want to get. And as typical, we get a wonderful blue from it. We've been getting a lot of those recently. And I'm a little confused, actually, as to where this Hemlock Coil area is, because it does not mark it on the minimap. This appears to be a common problem, but not a huge one, as we'll see later on. They're fairly straightforward. It's generally in the area of the heart. In this case, it was the area I was actually heading to initially. I noticed this guy fighting up here, and I'm like, oh, this is probably the area. And I would be quite right. Why it's called the Hemlock Coil? I'm not quite certain, but there's the tree I need to chop down.
Score one for me.
Somehow I got logs off of it without it falling down, but whatever. Now there's this turret attacking me. Remember, we are Sylvari, so we use plant turrets. We don't build giant metal things that shoot. We just plant seeds that shoot. Seeds. Showing off that I'm getting a little bit better at this active combat system. Just a smidgen better. Well, that one's down, so we gotta take out this one. Well, this guy decided he wanted to rush over and try and help, maybe? I'm not sure. I accidentally drew the aggro of all these guys. And still using the gun means, well, I had problems. So I just switched over to my melee weapon, which is actually my greatsword, which is proving to be quite effective. But yeah, you just generally kill things, including these wonderful spiders. And yes, you can target things you cannot actually physically combat. It's quite wonderful, actually, that you can do that. But some more people to kill. And we are done. We're getting close to the 100% completion on this area, but that will be for mini videos down the road. A quick check to see what I was missing, and I was missing this point of interest up here, which I now have. But now it's time to move on to another quest. Do I know which one? Well, I think that one that we almost got done with looks tempting. There's a whole bunch of things yet for me to do. Well, back here, it looks like we're going to continue the main quest. The main storyline. Mainly because it's roughly our level. Hello, Keith.
This is where the Nightmare Court is holding Occam. If we are to save him, Valiant, then we must hurry. The court is very good at what they do.
Do you think they'll kill him? If they did that, then he wouldn't be able to make them any more suits of armor.
Kill? No. The court increased their numbers through deceit and corruption. They spread poison at the roots. Eventually he will listen to them, and then he will fall to their lies. It is the court's purpose to poison the Dream of Dreams, and thus corrupt the Pale Tree. The darkness we saw in your dream was one such attempt. They torture Sylvari, allowing the dream to absorb darker, more painful memories, both from themselves and from their prey.
Until he joins them just to make the pain stop. I see. We'd better get him out of their grasp immediately.
Agreed. Let's search the camp and hope that Occam has been stalwart thus far. Search the camp, and do not be afraid. I will be as close as your shadow.
Now Keith is going to stealth, and she will help us in combat. You probably might remember this area. I do. It's the area where I first got the gun, and where I died trying to kill these very people. But I've got more skills this time, so it shouldn't be too bad. A little bit of a wounding. A volley fired. Draw both of their fire. Let Keith help us. And we actually don't take too much damage, which is quite surprising. Now, the dog even decided not to attack us until I accidentally shot it. Now, the best skill for an enemy is to use the 3 skill on the rifle, which is a volley, which is the 3-shot volley that you've been seeing. Now, there's still a lot of people here, so we have to be careful. Well, not necessarily people. There's a lot of dogs here, actually, in specific. You can see them. There's probably a good almost dozen of them, I would say. Now, fortunately, being level 6, we can tear right through them. But we get a close-up of a wonderful texture. I switched to the sword because melee, I can do that for one and cause huge damage on a lot of them. Now, the person with the whip actually does hurt a lot. So I temporarily deactivate the signet of regeneration to get some health back. That's the downside of using the signet, is that the regeneration is not always constant, and when you use it, you only get a small amount of health back. But it is meant to be an emergency oh crap button, for lack of a better term. Now, there's still plenty of people and pods, apparently, for me to pick up and plant, which cause explosions of poison. Which was quite sad.
I'll set a trap for any who dare follow us. We'll slip out the back of the camp while they learn the error of their ways.
Now, there's still people around, and those people I want to kill. Notice how I killed that dog in almost one hit. Not quite good enough. I was trying to figure out which skill was the throwing skill. That was indeed number 4. And we've almost got Occam out of his cage. Let's go help him with that, since Kaith ran off to do her thing.
Here to save me, I hope.
Occam? You're more bubbly than I'd expect for someone who's been tortured.
Them? Ha! Couldn't faze me. I knew someone would come. Left plenty of clues at the forge. Quickly now, and we'll go through the back, less guarded.
That's exactly what Keith suggested. How did you hear her talking from all the way over here?
Hear her? No. Simplest solution to the problem. Hurry. Courtiers will be here soon. I can forge a vine wall to keep them at bay, but you must move fast. As predicted, many courtiers approach. Vine goes here. Run!
I like Occam. He's a cool guy. Simplest solution to the problem.
Cut that wall down and go after them.
But Kate's got a little surprise planned back here. I guess we're gonna see what it is.
We need to keep running.
This way, down the waterfall.
Yep, just down and out.
Wait for it.
I can't move. It's a trap.
Nice explosion.
I have to ask, Occam, why did you make Fallon the armor? Didn't you know she was of the Nightmare Court?
I knew, but she threatened me. Said they'd break my hands, leave me useless, take away my purpose and my joy. Still, once I saw what they'd done with my masterwork, disgusting. I should have thrown myself from the cliffs.
No, the lesson here isn't so simple. There are many strands in this tapestry, and yours is only one. Now that you are safe, we deal with Bercilak. Tell us, does your armor have a weakness?
Yes. To forge the armor, it had to be vulnerable to my smithing tools. My hammer made it. My hammer can destroy it.
Valiant, I propose that we use this information and challenge Bercilak to a duel. Then use the smith's hammer as your weapon and smash him to paste.
Sounds good. I bet Bercilak would come for certain if he received an invitation from Gawain. Kaith, talk to her and arrange the fight. Occam, bring your hammer. We'll hold the duel at Mabon Market. I want as many witnesses as possible when Bercilak falls.
Well, we know how to destroy the armor, and we'll see you next time when we take on Bercilak. Stompin' Llama, signing out.